Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022, and this is FlossTube number 90 and it is a special edition WIP Parade. Today I will be talking a little bit about the WIPs that I am bringing into 2023 and my plans. So that's what this video will be all about. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. To all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you stick around and you enjoy what you see. And for my returning subscribers and my longtime subscribers, it is good to have you here today. I really appreciate each one of you. Means so much to me. And for those of you that may be watching me for the first time, if you go back to my last full video, Flossmas number 89, I am doing a giveaway because I reached 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and check that out after you watch this video if you haven't already done so. And go ahead and do the whole subscribe, like, share thing for me. And I would appreciate it. Okay. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas day. We did. I will talk more about personal stuff toward the end of the video, but we had a great Christmas. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, a great Hanukkah. I think Kwanzaa might have started this week. I'm not sure. I think I saw something about it. So whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope you had a great holiday. We celebrate Christmas and it was wonderful. So anyway, today, like I said, I will be doing a WIP parade. And so I will be doing some stopping and starting to clean off my little table and bring up the new stuff. And so right now I'm going to talk just a little bit about how, well, before I do that, I do have a finish and I want to show you guys that I did finish. If you've been watching my Jeanette Douglas bouquets, I did finish them in time. And here, oops, here they are. I finished it. This was started in January and I finished it yesterday. I put in the last stitches while catching up on floss tubes that I missed out on during Christmas break. I have thoroughly enjoyed this stitch, and if you don't know about it, it is a freebie by Jeanette Douglas and she will be taking them off of her website December 31st. So if you are even remotely curious about it, go download those charts right now. I had so much fun doing this, so much fun. So my husband asked me, he said, when are we framing it and where are we hanging it? And I said, 2023 is the year of fully finished objects. I am going to do my best to get stuff framed and hung up on the walls wherever, hopefully, hopefully in this coming year. Anyway, okay, so these are my plans. This is my new planner for this year. I got this at Target. It was just like $8, I think, maybe more. I don't know. It wasn't that expensive. It's just a blue sky planner. Nothing fancy. Normally, I use a pocket moleskin journal, daily journal, and I love it. But I'm beginning to where I need to see my weeklies to see what's going on the whole week, and you can't do that with a daily diary. So this is what I got. It does have the weekly layout right there. That's what it looks like. But what I'm doing is I am putting my cross stitch and daily stuff in here. I'm not a two planner person. I know people that have like several different planners for different categories. I can't do that. I have to have everything. I have to see everything. What's going on, whether it's school, home, my husband's school, work, whatever. I have to see it all. So anyway, that is what I'm doing in here. I have, last year, if you've been following me, you know that I did WIP Go, and I really, really, really enjoyed WIP Go. It was a lot of fun. It challenged me. It made me realize that I like kind of being told what to do. I should know that. But anyway, I like a little bit of order in my life. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And so it was nice having this set, you know, you have to do this month type of thing. So this year I had grand plans of having 4 WIP Go boards. And one of my fabulous viewers reminded me that we are having a grandbaby arrive and that they do live here. My son, his fiance do live here with us. And so I have no idea what my life's going to be like. And that may be a little much for me. So I decided to go ahead and go with my plans. Listen to me. Still wanting some kind of structure, but maybe a little bit more fluid. And so I decided to join Magazine Monthly Challenge. I watched Dina half stitch, cross stitch, and she's always talking about prompts and whatnot. And I find that thoroughly interesting and fascinating how she does this. And so I decided I was going to do Magazine Monthly Challenge. She does tons of different ones. I don't think I can do that many. And I am going to work with their prompts. I do not know if I'm going to do Bringo yet. They do have kind of a 1 month long Bringo, WIP Go, Bingo type board. Don't know if I'm going to do that just yet. But I will be doing their monthly challenges as of now. So I decided that's what I'm going to do. So on this, one of these pages in the beginning, they had October, November, and December in this planner monthly calendars. I'm not going to use those. So I did this. This is my year-long challenges and sales. So this is what I'm going to be doing. This is it right here. So I'm going to be doing the Magazine Monthly Challenge. These are the spoilers if you don't want to see them. So I will be doing those. This is the Garon Stitchery, their designer focus. And so what I'm doing is I'm going on each of those designers' websites. If they have a freebie, I am downloading it and putting it into a file on GoodNotes. And if not, I'm going to see if there's a small-ish chart that I can work on. So that is the Garon. This is Carolyn Manning's Grandma's Jewelry Box. I will be working on that. That is my replacement for my Jeanette Douglas bouquets. I will be doing the Cross Stitch Studios mystery full coverage piece. I don't know, but it was in the garden and the color spoke to me. The title spoke to me, so I will be doing that. And then this is the release dates for that. So that is what I will be doing, kind of as a little bit of a structure, but not a whole lot. And the reason I chose the Magazine Monthly Challenge with the prompts is that if I know a month is going to be super, super busy, I can set myself some low goals. Like December is crazy. My husband's home 2 weeks out of the month. We're always doing stuff, going places, shopping for Christmas gifts, things like that. Summer's really busy for us because he's home. For those of you that do not know, my husband is a high school teacher. And so he's got these great teacher days off, blocks of time off. I love that. Always loved that about him, about his work. And so those months are always kind of iffy in stitching. So that's what I like about the Magazine Monthly Challenge. Whereas before with WIP Go, I set these grandiose goals. And if it fell on a month where I'm super busy, like this month, I got nothing done on my WIP Go board. So that is my plans. Then what I did was I continued to keep my stitches in categories. This is what my goals, my WIP Go boards were going to be. Y'all hold on one. Sorry, my dog was trying to come in and I have stuff all over. And if he comes in here, things will get knocked down. Anyway, so these are my categories that were originally going to be my WIP Go boards, but I kept them in categories because it helps me to see it. So these are the WIPs that are going into 2023, and this is what we're going to be talking about. So my categories are full coverage and scenic, fancy, samplers and other, and then my ornaments. So we are going to start at full coverage scenic, and then we will move on, and I'll pause I will pause after each category so that I can clean off my table, put everything back where it goes, and pull out the next categories. So there's going to be some starts and stops, and not just because of my dog, but because of, it's just a lot. It's not a ton, but it's a lot. So let's begin. My first full coverage scenic is my oldest for me, and that is City of Romance. This is by Emma Congdon, also known as Stitcherovia. It was in the Cross Stitcher magazine. I don't remember which issue, but you can get it on her Etsy store, and I will link it on her Etsy store. So this is City of Romance. I am doing this on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. If I remember my fabric, I will let you know. And I am using the called for anchor threads. I was working on it this week, so I'm kind of excited about that. And so this is City of Romance. Now, this is a piece I'd really like to finish this year. I really want to. So I think when it comes to the Magazine Monthly Challenge, I am going to try to put it in. And if not, it'll just become some kind of focused piece every month for me. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. So I was working on it, so there is a needle in it. And so this is it right here. I did dye this fabric using Flow fabric paints mixed with water. So that is it right here. This is City of Romance. And I still love this piece so much. I've reached the tip top right here. So now all I need to do is go back and work the sides. So that's it right there. And I still love this piece. So that is City of Romance. Yeah, I do want to get this finished this year. Hopefully I can get it finished this year. Okay, my next piece is probably the oldest WIP, but it was not begun by me. This is a piece I picked up still on the scroll rods at a thrift store, and it is called Ironwork Gate. In fact, when I picked it up, there was no chart, nothing, and I made an appeal on Instagram and Facebook, and several people were able to direct me to it and provide me a link to buy the chart. I love this piece. I really do love it. I don't work on it as much as I would love to. It was on my WIP Go board, and so it did not get as much love as I would like to have given it. This is another piece that ideally I would like to finish this year. Don't know if that's going to happen, but ideally I would like to. So here it is. Right here. This is Ironwork Gate. This is on a, I want to say, a 28 count. It is an even weave. Not quite sure exactly what, but, and that is it right here. I just love these older pieces that have just great detail in them. I think this is one of the pieces that kind of really made me consider doing a full coverage, because I do love the detail in it. I just love everything about it. So this is it right here, Ironwork Gate. This is by Barbara and Cheryl. And I am using the call for DMCs. And anyway, so that is it right here. I need to work on this piece. I think I have it. I printed that. Anyway, I printed my Magazine Monthly Challenge piece with all my things on it, and I don't remember if I had this or not. But anyway, oh, I love this piece. I love it so much. So this is, like I said, Ironwork Gate, and when I got it, there was just a little bit of this done. I did all this and this, and anyway, there's still a bit more, but like I said, ideally, I would love to finish it. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so let me put that back in the bag so it does not get lost. Okay, the next piece I have is a, it was originally a kit. Hold on. Okay, it was originally a kit by Janlin. It is the Joy of Spring 1. There's no Joy of Spring 2, so I don't know why it's called 1. This is it right here. This is another piece that kind of got me in the full coverage rabbit hole. And then I'll also blame Laura of Stitching by the Shore. She started doing some full coverages, and I was like, oh boy, those are so nice. Anyway, so this Joy of Spring 2 by Janlin. It was originally came with a 14 count Aida. And I had started doing it on that and hated it. I hated the coverage. I started doing it up here in the black, and you could see through it. So I grabbed me some 18 count easy grid. And I started it on the bottom left, and I like the coverage better. So this right here ends the beige tablecloth, and it starts with 310. So I'm going to do that and just see how it covers. But I'm pretty sure I'm using 2 threads, so I'm pretty sure it'll cover better than it did on the 14. So this is the thing. If you buy a kit and you're like, oh, it comes with 18 count Ada, or, you know, whatever, I go lower. You know, I went to 18 instead of using the 14, so I know I'll have enough threads. But I wouldn't go bigger because you probably run out. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got done. It's a lot of beige. That's why I said I think I wanna next time I pick it up, move to here, get some of this black done, just see how the coverage is, and then move my way here. If I don't like the coverage that the 310 is doing, I might grab me a spool of Anchor Black and see how that does. So that is the Joy of Spring 1 by Janlin, a kit by Janlin, and I am using the kit threads. They are kit threads, and they do have the DMC numbers, but as per the kit, it may not be DMC thread in it. They just give a the DMC equivalent. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, so this one, hold on, I need to get the picture of it. Okay, this is Mini Patchwork Quilt Room. It is a design by Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't know the designer, y'all please forgive me, but this is what it's going to look like right here. And again, I start in the lower left. I don't know why I started doing that, but it's where I work, the lower left corner. And this is what I have done. I look at it and go, oh, there's not a whole lot done, but I think I have about 1,000 stitches in this puppy. So anyway, so this is it right here. So this is the quilt is starting right here. This is the wall. The quilt and chair will get started. So I do I don't follow a method for my full coverage. I basically just pick a color. I use Pattern Keeper. So I pick a color and I just stitch until I run out of that thread. And if there's still more stitches that need to be done, I will stitch them. I do not park. These are my version of a waist knot. So I basically move it over out of the way of the chart, and then I just stitch over it. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get in the middle, but that's what I'm doing now. So that is Mini Patchwork Quilt Room by Heaven and Earth Designs. Sit right here. Look at that confetti. It's not as bad as I know it's some, but there are some rogue stitches in there, ninja stitches, I think they call them, that it's like one straight up in the middle, and it's like, ugh. But I do use the loop method, so it's a little bit easier to do just one little rogue stitch, but still, that is it right there. So that is Mini Patchwork Quilt Room. Okay, and then all right, so this is Welcome to Rohan, or Rohan, depending on how you say it. This is by CountryMagicStitch.com. They used to be on Etsy, but they have their own website now. And my family is Lord of the Rings fans. I've read the books and seen the movies. My middle child, my youngest son, has read the books and seen the movies. And everyone in my family has seen the movies. So this is Welcome to Rohan. This is being done on 16 count. I'm trying to move more toward 18 count for everything because I really, really like it. But I do have some pieces that need 14 count because of beading and whatnot, or 28. But I'm really trying to just stick with 18 count, which is hard to find. Very hard to find. But I like it. Okay, so this is it. Welcome to Rohan. Rohan. I think it's Riders of Rohan. Yeah, Rohan. So this is what I've done right here. Not a whole lot. I need to pull it out again and do some more. But again, I just pick a color and stitch. And when I run out of that color thread, I move on to the next. I try to stick in a area. You know, I try not to move around too much on the whole. I don't think I could do extreme cross country. I watch people that do that and I'm like, whew, no, but I can do this. This is not bad. So welcome to Rohan. 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 I don't think I'll get this one done this year, but it's a, I forget about it. I forget about this chart, and I don't know why. It's not something I remember. I know I started this year, and so maybe that's why, but I do forget about it, which is why I have my list, because, you know, when making the Magazine Monthly Challenge list, it's so easy to say, what do I have that starts with the letter R? Well, there you go. That one. So this is a Riolis kit, and y'all haven't, I don't think y'all seen this yet, but I had done this in 2021 as a stitch along with Riolis, and I don't remember the hashtag or what, but I had started stitching it for my daughter, and she saw she saw it on the sofa yesterday, and she's like, oh, we're back at this now. Are you going to finish it for me this year? This is Feline Family. And the more I look at it, the more I wonder if I started stitching it correctly. As with most kits, they don't seem to give you as much fabric as I think they should. And this was, I started stitching this, it was my first kit, and I really didn't process that it probably was not enough fabric. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, this is a Feline Family. And so I picked it up and I did all of this part up here. So this, I do want to work on it this year. You know, hopefully, I had started gridding it. I hated that. I should not have done that, but it was like I said, I had just started full coveragey type things, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna grid it. And no, I tell people if I can't count to stitch, I can't count to grid. So I like the pre-gridded stuff. But this is Feline Family, and I forgot about how well the coverages they use on their wool acrylic blend threads. So it's really got a great needle point feel to it. But this is it right here. This is the mama cat. I'm assuming that's the mama and not the daddy cat, but that's the mama cat. And so I'm hoping to get some work done on it this year. I don't know how much, but I'm hoping to really show it some love. So that is Feline Family by Riolis. And I actually got this on clearance at Hobby Lobby during their needlework clearance for like $8. So that was fun. Okay. Now, the last of the scenic / full coverage is Amid Amish Life. This is out of the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts May-June 1986, which is when my husband graduated from high school. And so this is Amid Amish Life. And I am doing this as my 25/7, which has not been done since my husband's been home from school. So this is what I have. So my goal of finishing the barn this month may not happen. Probably won't happen. Doubt it'll happen. This is the barn up here. So this I work on, except for in the month of December, every day for 25 minutes. It's the first thing I pick up after my coffee and my devotions is Amid Amish Life, and I work on it for 25 minutes, usually while watching one of my favorite floss tubers, so it might get a little bit more love than just 25 minutes, but this is it right here. I still love this piece. It'll remain my 25/7 till it's done. So, I don't know. When do y'all think? How long do you think it'll take me? This right here is taking me 10 weeks. So, I'm thinking, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be done. We'll see. We'll see. But that's it. Amid Amish Life. I love this piece. I love everything about it. And I was watching Steadfast Stitcher, Beth, and she mentioned that this was one of her WIPs, and somebody said that they like Amish novels, and I had to chuckle because I was listening to an Amish cozy mystery while stitching this one of the days, and I think I listened to it like for a week until I finished the book. So I had to laugh because I was like, oh, I listened to them while stitching. That's kind of nice. if I'm caught up with my floss tubers, which rarely happens, but I like to listen to the novels. So anyway, so that is it for full coverage and scenic. I am going to pause you guys, and I'm going to grab my fancy stitching, and I will see y'all in a second. Okay, I'm back. This is what I refer to as fancy stitching, and this is anything like a fancy lady or anything that has beads or fancy stitches or anything like that. I refer to as fancy. So this first piece is another thrift store find. I found this pattern. It was a whole kit from Hobby Lobby. Everything was in it. Threads, beads, specialty threads, fabric, everything was in it. And in another bag of the thrift store, it had a bunch of cross-stitch fabric. So I bought both of them, came home, and inside the bag of cross-stitch fabric was this chart already started. The person started it on a 36 count dark blue even weave. And I couldn't stitch on that. First of all, the chart calls for 32 count. And so I went ahead and I dyed some 16 count Ada in a color that I thought was close enough. And that is Blue Moon Angel by Lavender and Lace. And so this is what I've gotten done so far. I have a partial thread hanging down. Oh. So this is what I've done so far on Blue Moon Angel. When I purchased the other piece, most of the wings were done. So I went ahead and just restarted it, and I love this piece. Love it, love it, love it. I questioned whether or not I could do faces, and I think her face came out perfect, absolutely beautiful. Even doing it on Ada, I think it came out lovely, lovely, lovely. And again, this is something that I do want to finish. I don't think it'll be done this year. Like I said, it just depends on what my life is like after this baby's born. So anyway, but this is Blue Moon Angel, and she is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, I also, when I picked this up, they also had several other lavender and lace charts. One of them I actually sold, and I kind of wish I had kept it. And that was Ada, the Garden Fairy. And the more I look at it and see people do it, I'm like, ugh. I know you can still get them. The lady who purchased lavender and lace still, none of them are retired. So as far as I know, none of them are retired. Ugh, she was so pretty. Anyway, so I do have a couple of others that I want to work on. And they are just waiting in the wings until I get a chance. Okay, the next one I'm doing is Princess Elliana. This is by Mirabilia. This is her right here. I am doing this for my daughter, and I am doing a conversion by Katie 10 Eck. And I'm sorry, Katie, if I pronounce your name wrong. Every time I say it, I think I pronounce it wrong. But this is it right here. This is her conversion. Like I said, I am doing this for my daughter. That's it right there. And Hold on, I gotta see how it goes. Oh, okay. All right, it's like this. I need to work toward her face so I can have that as a reference point. But this is what I have done. Such a joy, such a joy. The blank spots you see are all beads. I will add those last because I do use a hoop. So that is what I have done. And like I said, this is the conversion of Princess Elliana. Love, love, love the colors. My daughter dresses like that. Well, she dresses like that. Sometimes she's just got a different vibe all her own. But she saw this and she fell in love with it. And when I showed her the conversion, she said, yes, 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 yes. So that is what I'll be doing. For her, she will turn 22 in May. And I jokingly told her, this will be for your 25th birthday. So I have 3 years to finish it. So hopefully I can get it done by then. Okay, this is another one that I am doing. This is in honor of Queen Elizabeth. I had been looking at this chart and I hemmed and hawed for several reasons. And one of them is because it's not her likeness. And Judy of City Stitcher mentioned that. And I said the reason why I finally decided on doing this, first of all, I think it's beautiful, is because I didn't want to mess up the Queen's face. I didn't want to have somebody say, that didn't look a thing like her. At least I can say this way. This is a photo of the artist rendition of her coronation dress. And so the face does not look like her, but I love it. This is Queen Elizabeth in her coronation dress by Teresa Gil. I will not be doing most of the writing that you see on this chart. I will just be doing her name and the year of her birth, her coronation, and the year of her death. So this is it right here. I just absolutely loved all the beading in this dress. And so that's why I chose it. Like I said, it doesn't look like her, but I'm okay with that. I didn't want to mess up the Queen's face. This is a 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself. And this, I do put my needle at the top so I'll know where I'm at. So this is all I've done. That's it. All that spacing you see is beads and I'm thrilled. I love all the beads. So I can't wait to actually work on this again. I haven't worked on it in a while. So this will go this month. Actually, I think it's under E for my Queen Elizabeth. I went ahead and did that. So hopefully you'll see it again soon. So that is by Teresa Gil. I actually have another one that I need to remember to show you guys when I do my plans, my planned new starts. Not a whole lot of new starts, but I have a few that I have planned. Hold on, let me write that down. 1 second. Okay, it's written down because I'll forget. All right. And this next one, my last fancy chart, is Pageant Kings. This is in, hold on, I will tell you. This is Pageant Kings, okay? This is in Treasures in Needlework. It is their premiere issue. And it's from the publishers of Better Homes and Gardens, Cross Stitch and Country Press. This is the magazine it's in. I actually have 2 copies of this, and I may actually be giving it away. We will see. So this is Pageant Kings. This is on a 28 count. You'll see a theme here. When I stitch on even weave, I do stitch on 28 count Monaco, I believe, that I can get at Michael's. And so I dyed it myself. And that's all I got done. I was waiting on some specialty threads, which is why I didn't get a whole lot done and why you see threads hanging, because I need to get some specialty threads in there so that I can continue. I'm not very good at counting on even weave, but this needed it because of partial stitches and whatnot. So that is it right there. That's all I got done. But it started. I wanted to start it in December and I did. So anyway. So that is it for my fancy stitches. So I'm going to pause, you guys, and I am going to pull out my samplers and other categories, and I will be right back. Okay, now we are working into samplers and others. I do have one on here that I have not started yet, and I am hoping to get it started, but I'm not going to show it because it's not a WIP. And I have it as a WIP going into, but I think it's going to have to go into a WIP started in 2023. So I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to mention it. Okay, samplers and others. This one is Christmas Garden. I do not have the picture of it right away, but this is by Blackbird Designs. And if you've been anywhere on FlossTube, you have seen it. This is what I have done. This is another chart that I want to finish this year. This is all I have done for it. I do have the bottom part done and the name. And so I will be putting, I do believe, our last name on it. And I will be putting each of the 5 of us, the original 5 Quipidos in this family, my husband and our 3 children. So there it is. This is Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. So hopefully I can finish it this year. I should. I mean, a lot of this stuff, if I just sit down and focus, I can finish them. That's why I'm hoping that this new challenge part that I'm doing will work out a little bit better. So anyway, this next one is one that I started. This is Joy and Noel. This is also by Blackbird Designs. It's in the same book, and I can't find that book. I have working copies made, but I cannot find that book. This was done on fabric that I dyed. It was a 28 count cast shell linen in natural that I dyed gray. And so I just love the way it came out. And this is it right here. This is what I've done. Right here. I finally got to the point where I am at the bird. So the bird will be right here on this end, and I will hopefully start that soon and get that bird done. I will not be putting the words Joy and Noel or 'Tis the Season. What I will put is just remainder of snowflakes along the bottom so that I can keep it up year round, because it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm using DMC threads for this, by the way. Mostly, okay, I rarely use specialty threads. The only, like, overdyed cottons. I'll use, like, specialty fibers, like metallics and whatnot. The only thing I use that's not DMC is my City of Romance, and I'm using Anchor. And that was just an experiment with the Anchor spools that came out. Hobby Lobby. Joanne's had come out with them right around the time I started it. And that chart had Anchor threads listed. So I was like, let's give it a shot. Not overly thrilled with the spools, but the thread's fine. All right, the next one is Gathering Honey. This is out of May, June 1987, the year I graduated from high school. This is it right here. And this is on, again, a 28 count Monaco that I dyed in tan, and it came out this lovely peach color. Very 80s, which, I mean, is so appropriate. Anyway, this is what I have done. I am doing back stitching as I'm going along so that I don't dread the back stitching at the end. So that is it right here, Gathering Honey. My goal is also to start the Rose Garden one. That is a companion piece, never got done. So we will see what happens this year. I think I'm going to finish this one before I start the next one, though. So this is it, Gathering Honey. I really do like this piece. It's a great piece. I don't know. I like the difference of it. I like back stitching. Kind of do. You know, I don't have a problem with it, but anyway. The next one I'm doing is a piece for my dad's parents. My grandfather was in the Navy. He was Navy, career Navy, and then he retired and he went to work for the post office. He retired from the post office. And so I am doing We Live in Hope for him. And so there's the ship. And instead of this right here, I will put a little mailbox of sorts. So that is by Blackbird Designs. Again, this is on a 28 count Irish linen even weave. It's not an even weave. I don't know why they have even weave on here, but that's what I'm using. And this is all I have done. I think I worked on it for 2 sessions maybe. Right there. I think when I do it though, I'm not going to do the letters up at the top. And instead of this right here, I'm going to put my grandfather's last name, which was Jordan. My grandmother was Schmidt. And then right here, I will put the year that they were married. And I think I'm just going to leave out the We Live in Hope. They were divorced. They weren't married very long, maybe 20 years. Not even. So I don't know. I'm going to see. I'll figure it out as I get to it, but I will put the year that they were married in there. So that is that one. And as per usual, Blackbird Design, I am using their cauliflowers, and there are, this one has no blends, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. But still, I'm not, you know, Blackbird is so good at just taking like 4 or 5 colors and just making beautiful charts. So, okay. My temperature tree. My poor, sad temperature tree. This is by Stitchin' Mommy. This is it right here. I am doing this for the year my husband and I were married in '89. I have all the temperatures written out. I have most of the tree stitched. This is on a coloring cotton Swiss count coffee 18 count. That's my tree. That's all I've gotten done. I need to get this done. I was hoping to give it to my husband for our anniversary. That is January 7th, so that is not going to happen. But there it is. I need to finish it. I just need to get that. I think what I need to do is I need to stop working on the tree and start getting some temperatures done, because this tree is just like, ugh. So I don't, you know, I'm not seeing anything. It's brown. It's brown. You know, let's just go off and say it. It's brown. And so I think I need to work on some temperatures, do the next branch, work on those temperatures and do it that way versus just trying to get the whole tree done. I think that's my problem, is just trying to get the whole tree done. I get tired of doing the tree. So I think that's what I need to do, and get this thing worked on maybe for our next anniversary. So next year, 2000. So the next year will be our 35th anniversary. There you go. I need to finish it this year for our 35th anniversary. That's what I need to do. Anyway, all right. This I am pulling out. I am bringing this into 2023. I did not work on it at all this year. In 2021, it was my Lent piece, and that is His Name is Jesus. By Joyful Expressions. This is it right here. I am doing it in all reds. And we were moving my sewing room to make room for the baby, and I located it in a box. So I need to finish it. So this is it right here. This is what I'm bringing in. I do want to work on it. I might throw it in as my Lent piece again this year and work on it every Sunday during Lent. So we will see. I missed it during Lent this year. I didn't have a Lent piece. And so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that is it right here. His name is Jesus, and I love it. And I think I was using thrift store floss, and it was shredding on me, and I think that was part of my problem. So I think what I might do for this go round is just pull out some DMCs that are in reds that I like, and just continue. Plan on doing it in all reds. So every time Stitchin' Mommy pulls her out, I'm like, she's doing hers on, I think mine's on, I think it's a 16 count, maybe 14 count, and she's doing hers on a much higher count, and it's smaller, and just, I look at it and go, I need to do this. I really need to do this. So, this is it right here. Put that back right here with the flosses so I don't lose them. And then, the big one. The big one that in this category, and that is Pandemic. For those of you who are new to watching me, maybe you just found me because you were looking for WIP parades. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. I am doing one of every color DMC in this piece, and this is it right here. I still love this piece. I do have a counting mistake. If you follow me, you'll know that, and so I need to go back and start working from the bouquet, and that way I can fudge it when I get to the end. It's easier for me to fudge that way than to try to fudge in the middle. So there she is. There is Pandemic. I just love this piece. Love, love, love it. It's huge. I have no goal for finishing this anytime soon. But there she is. I still love this piece. Love it, love it. Okay, so that is it for all of my WIPs that I am bringing into 2023. There aren't very many that I'm not bringing into 2023. In fact, I don't. Oh, there is this, and I'm gonna address this. I am not gonna do the seasonal quilts. I'm not feeling them. So I decided, since I had only done part of fall, that is going to be UFO'd or put into timeout for a while until maybe I feel like I want to pick them up again. I am not a seasonal stitcher when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know what made me think I could do it, but I am not feeling those pieces. So those will not be coming into 2023 with me. I do have a fourth category, and those are ornaments. And these are pieces that I want to do on Sundays. Originally, some of them were going to be on my fancy board, but I did not put them in the fancy category. They're going to go with ornaments, even though they probably will not be strictly ornaments because of their size. And those are the Nora Corbett 12 Days of Christmas. I have 1 and 2. That's it. So this is 1. I do have the fabric for 1 and 2, and I have the beads for 1 and 2. And this is 2. So throughout the year, I will be buying more and buying what I need for them, the fabric. But I'm not going to try to finish one a month. I just don't see myself doing that. It's going to be too much of a stressor if I give myself that kind of goal, deadline. So those are not going to be, they're just going to be something that's going to be a WIP that's being brought into the year. They are not started, so they're really not WIPs, but you know what I mean. So if there's anything that says a new start or, you know, something, that's where this will get thrown in. So those are those. And then I have the 12 Days of Christmas that came out by Annie B's Folk Art, and I will show you number 12 because I have it right in front of me. I'm going to be working on these. These are going to be Sunday stitches. These along with the next set that I'm going to show you. Every Sunday I'll choose, in January, I'll do month 1. There is a 12 Days of Christmas cross-stitch group, and that's kind of the rules, is that in January you work on day 1, and so that by the time December rolls around, you finish day 12. And so I'm going to be stitching on these. I've been collecting them all year, although number 9 is missing. They say they mailed it, but I don't ever remember getting it, so I don't know. It could be in here somewhere, but I'm not at the 12th month, so I have 9 months. So I have 9 months to look for it. So this is 12. And then I'll also be working on the Shannon Christine 12 Days of Christmas. And I did, I don't know if I have a cover photo for that. Yes, I do. This is what 1 and 2 looks like. I will be doing these as ornaments, not as one piece. So those are going to be some new starts for me this year. Like I said, the ornaments are going to be Sundays. That'll give me 4-ish, 5-ish Sundays a month to work on 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. Sundays are kind of a iffy day. We go to church in the morning. We usually go to lunch. And so I kind of have a couple of hours where I can stitch. Not a whole lot, but usually I don't do my 25/7 on Sunday. I'll do it on Monday. So on Monday, I'll do like an hour of my 25/7. So that's going to be a Sunday stitch for me. And so somehow or another, they're going to either go into the Magazine Monthly Challenge prompts, or they're just going to be an understood Sunday stitch. The other thing that I'm doing that I have the first chart and I have not started it yet. That is because I was looking for some fabric, and I have it right here, and it is a 14 count opal that I get at Hobby Lobby. It's by Zweigart, and that is Caroline Manning's My Grandma's Jewelry Box. I inherited all of my mom and my grandma's costume jewelry, so that's why I was excited to get this one started. So that is My Grandma's Jewelry Box by Caroline Manning. Not too late to sign up for this. It's absolutely pretty. Beads, shiny threads. So pretty, so pretty. So that is also going to be a new start. They're small, so they're going to be turned into ornaments. I do want to have a cross-stitch tree, whether my husband will allow me to put that in the living room or it'll be a separate tree. I don't know, but I do want to have some cross-stitch ornaments. And then there are 2 stitch-alongs I am doing. And that is the Cross Stitch Studios Mystery Stitch Along in the Garden. This is not a photo of the picture. The clue was actually released to us not January 1st, but on Christmas Day, and I have not started that yet. But I'm hoping to start it soon. And then on January 1st, slowly crafting. I feel bad. I'm going to tag her down below. Slowly Crafting Sarah. She hasn't come out with a new video yet. And I haven't watched FlossTube. Usually if I watch, I keep track of these names. But she and a couple other people are stitching God Shed His Grace. I'm doing the cropped version by Cross Stitch Studio. Again, it'll be on 18 count gridded, pre-gridded fabric. And so that's going to be my new starts for January. I probably will start the Cross Stitch Studio Mystery Sal in December, since we only have 4 days left. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Okay, one other start, a fancy start, and I need to pull this up on my iPad. So, and that is this is by Teresa Gil. Here we go. And it's called Enchanted Rachel. Now, originally I was going to stitch this, start on my birthday. But there is a Teresa Made Me Do It because of Teresa Little Stitcher on YouTube and Facebook. And she started a Facebook group called Teresa Made Me Do It. And there's a hashtag Teresa Made Me Do It. And they're all doing fancy people. And I think it's a new start. So I think I might start her sometime in January. I wish I could find my, I printed out my Magazine Monthly Challenge board. And I was going to tell y'all all about it. And now I can't find it. Which, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know is normal. So anyway, anyhow, so those are my starts. Those are my whips. That's my plans for this coming year. that's everything. That's everything I plan on doing for this year. This has been kind of a long video. I hope you're still with me. If you're not subscribed, I hope you subscribe. I hope you like what you saw. I mean, hope you stay tuned for my progress over the year of what I get done. I don't have any planned new starts except for the Garon Stitchery. Focus on the designer stitches, and they will be small. So my goal, like for the when I did the Chatelaine one, the mini one, is to finish it in the month of the Focus on the Designer, if I can find something small enough. And I don't know if I'm going to do every designer or not, but I'm going to try to do all of them, especially if it's somebody I have not stitched anything with yet. So that is it. That's it for my WIP Parade. That's all I have for you guys. I'm going to do a little 2-minute update about my Christmas with my family, if you want to stay for that. If not, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So we met Tuesday with my dad and his wife, and we had Christmas with all the kids, and then they came over Saturday, Christmas Eve, and spent Christmas with us. And then we went on over to my mother-in-law's and had Christmas with my in-laws. We always have seafood gumbo, so that was delicious. My brother-in-law cooks it, and he does a fabulous job doing that. And so that is what we did Christmas Eve. And Christmas morning we went to church and just chilled. I think my husband took a 4-hour nap. We went over to my youngest son, my middle child's apartment. He showed us his apartment. I met my new granddog, and he showed us him and his wife, their apartment, and we had not been yet. And so we went there, we got Chinese food, and we all came home. And well, my 2 sons and my middle child, his wife was working. She's a nurse, so she was working. And so just a few of us, we just kind of ate some Chinese food, and it's a tradition. We always eat Chinese food for dinner on Christmas. And so we had a lot of fun just resting on Christmas Day. And then my husband played golf yesterday, so I caught up on all my floss tubes, which I felt like I missed everybody. Some of y'all had more videos than I expected with Flossmas and everything. So Flossmas, I kind of dropped the ball on those videos, but once my husband's home, my life is just kind of like, you know, up in the air what we're gonna do. So anyway, so that is all, y'all. I don't know how long this video is. It's got to be a good hour. But thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I will see you guys next week with a video, and go and check out FlossTube number 89. And if you've not done that, and see any kind of drawings that I have for my 1,000 viewer celebration. Subscriber, I should say, 1,000 subscriber celebration. So I will see you guys next week with that drawing, and anything that I might have stitched this week, which I don't know what your guess is as good as mine. So I will see you guys for sure next week, because that will be my 2-year FlossTube anniversary. All right, God bless. See you next week, Lord willing. Y'all have a great new year, happy new year, and happy stitching. Bye-bye.